sorry, I'm just like all
No, you're doing a great
Oh,
job.
is it still on?
No, it's on now, yeah.
Shoot.
That's good if they know you're nervous. You're a human being. By the way, the videos are better if
I know.
people know that the person's real. Like,
Okay.
you know, like that. Yeah, that's the best. Like, you have these reps that are like so insecure. They're brand new. They're like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, or even $10,000 in sales when you don't know what the hell you're doing, you know. And it's like that whole cliche of if you go field training with somebody really good and they get a no sale, almost makes you feel better. You know,
I just had that. I took someone
Yeah.
field training and it was a no sale.
Well, they know
He was
you're-
convinced the woman was going to buy. He's like, she's going to buy the ultimate and this flatware. I'm like, no, now means never. He's like, really? I'm like, no, she's going to call you.
You're like, no, but they know you're human, so that gives.
Right.
I mean, because that's the business. We want them to experience the business, and they want to know that even FSMs go through moods and all that. You know, just part of what we do. Can you, if you have a couple more minutes, can you do your advanced warm up for me, like how you lead into it? Meaning how you lead into the demo, like going through your contest that you're in,
It's
or is that
45 minutes
the beginning part?
My report? Ooh.
Like the beginning part where you may show like,
Yeah.
I mean the
I'll do it. My pleasure.
yeah, like the
Do you have
beginning.
the time? I have the time.
Yeah,
Okay, I start at my demo. This comes out, and the scholarship brochure comes out.
yeah. Okay.
And they just like sit on. It's usually a much bigger table.
Yeah,
All my
sure.
Cutco is out.
Okay.
I have a homemaker block, which I've been persuading my manager to get me an ultimate block.
Okay.
I have every single item of Cutco I own in my car, except for the golf knife.
Okay.
I have the hunting knife. The golf knife I don't have. The weeder I don't have. The garden trowel I don't have. And the other hunting knife, this funky one, I don't have. I
Gotcha.
have this one. I have every.
Okay.
I have 2 cup Fisherman Solutions. Everything's in my car. Everything comes out. The kitchen tools sit out. The accessories sit out. And I start. Oh, Mrs. Jones, thank you so much for having me here. You know, I'm sorry, it's like very unnatural right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, we talk about their family a little bit, and thank you so much for having me. Before I actually tell you about the product line and, you know, why I'm so excited about this, let me tell you a little about myself, because they almost always say, how did you start with this?
Well, that's cool.
Because even, you know, I name drop like crazy on the phone, so they know I know a lot of people they know. And, you know, I say, is it okay if I tell you a little bit about myself? And they say, sure. And my book's never like this. It's always like this.
Okay.
My books, it's always like, more like this. You know, it's very weird that this table is so far away because we're just sitting in these funky chairs.
Yeah.
But, oh, they see the silver cup, by the way, for like
Awesome.
a good few minutes before it starts because
Okay.
I'm fired up about this silver cup.
course.
And I say, you know, actually, for most of my coworkers, so this company actually has 72,000 college students who do this, and most of my coworkers are full-time college students. For me, though, it's a part-time job because most of them only work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Most of my customers are Sabbath observers as well, so they know I'm not working on Saturday. But for me, I actually only end up doing this about 1 day a week.
Wow.
And I'm really excited about that. And I share with them what I do. I actually tutor disadvantaged students. I tutor ADD, ADHD. I also, you know, for my religious customers, I tell them about the outreach that I do
Cool.
with students as well. And I, you know, dive into that. But for most of my coworkers, 72,000 college students who do this, a couple of people pick up that that's me, but most people don't. So I just, you know, I open this up. I impress them with this before they see that that's me, because that doesn't happen until I build that up.
Yeah.
But, you know, I actually want to go on to business school, and my business professor said if anyone wanted to go on to business school, they should work for this company. And, you know, I was 19 when I started. I was like, what, kitchen products? Are you kidding? Why would business schools care about kitchen products? I didn't know how to cook. I still don't know how to cook. My customers all know, and I say that, like, Mrs. Jones, I don't know how to cook. You are going to be teaching me a lot on this appointment, and, you know, when they know that I don't know how to cook and this is what I'm doing, they get really excited about
Cool.
that. But, you know, for me, I'm just so excited with everything that the companies offer me, with the flexibility. I appreciate that you're willing to see me on during the school year. It's only on Sundays. Like during the summer, I'm actually doing this a couple of more days, and you'll see some of my summer goals, you know, because I am working a little bit more. But let me tell you now a little bit about why the business schools like this company so much. Now, I don't know if you saw this trophy at the beginning, but this is actually one of the things that I'm really excited about with this company. It's called a silver cup. Now, to me, it's not about the trophy. It's about what this trophy symbolizes. There are only 3 representatives in the entire company who win this trophy, and every single week this gets updated, and I pull this out for them. So, Mrs. Jones, it's not like when I started, I was really good. When I started at the beginning of this year, I wasn't even in the standings. I didn't come up to number 8 until mid-March. Then I climbed up to number 4. Then I finally climbed up to number 1, but I was just scraping by. Now I've got a nice lead over number 2, And my goal for the summer is just to make that gap so big that no one else even thinks that they have a chance for winning this cup. And that's what's really exciting to me about this company, that, you have 19, 20-year-olds who are making goals that are just, my goal for the summer is something that no one's ever done before. No representative has ever sold $200,000 in a summer. And I'm already over $100,000 for the year. I'm really excited. I'm well on, track for my yearly goal. But Mrs. Jones, this is just a goal that I can get excited about. This doesn't happen until December 28th, 29th. This is going straight till the end of the year. So while this is exciting, remember I kept mentioning the word scholarship over the phone, and I blow up scholarship. Well, there's actually this scholarship program. From the 72,000 college students who do this every year, the company gives out 100 corporate scholarships. They do this 3 times a year, January to April, May to August, and September to December. What's really exciting about this is no matter where you live, this is straight across the country. So when I started, just at the end of last summer, I was beginning the third campaign, September to December. I actually came in number 2 in the country. And then they grab my thing. They're like, oh my God, that's
so
you.
cool, man.
And they get really excited. They read my bio, and I'm just like sitting there smiling, saying, okay, this is going to be a fun demo. And they just and I build it up just like this, because they still, they didn't know that before. And, but Mrs. Jones, I came in number 2. Now, number 2, as my brother likes to say, is the number 1 loser. So what do you think my goal is for the summer?
Number 1.
Number 1, of course. So if the campaign were to finish today, I'd actually come in number 3.
Okay.
Number 3 is probably a drop worse than number 2. So my goal is to beat Mike Arrieta. Now, what's really great about Mike is that he just started in my division. Now, that's not great at all, Mrs. Jones. Mike's from Alabama. He's originally from Florida. He goes to school in Alabama. He comes to Nassau County, my home city, New York. Okay, I live in Queens. I do a bunch of my demos. I'm usually in Nassau County or Brooklyn doing my demos. I'm like, he comes to my hometown, and he out-chips me. Yeah. It's embarrassing, to say the least. And I just build up I'm not going to tell you everything because I don't want this on the video when I say it.
I got it, though. You create a competition. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. They think that's Mike. Half the people are like, oh, my God, that's him. I'm like, no, that's actually Justin Ledford. He already beat me. Don't worry, he's not my competition for the summer. Mike Arrieta is. And,
right, Mike's going to sleep.
What?
Meaning he's on a cruise, and so
Mike's
you have an opportunity to,
yeah,
good.
I know. So, anyway, so I just build that up. I get them fired up about Mike Arrieta. And then I say, actually, since it's the summertime, remember I mentioned those sales?
Wow.
Well, we actually have something called a push period. It's a competition. Now, this competition happens 3 times during the summer.
Okay.
Today is the first day of the very last one. So do you know why I'm excited, Mrs. Jones?
Why?
Yeah, this is the last time
Last
I can do
one, huh?
the biggest sales. I can actually go back to being the champion that I am. So when the summer started, the first conference was called Summer Conference number 1.
Okay.
Mike Arrieta gets up on stage, and he's so cocky. He's number 1 for the summer, and I'm just like, I'm little Aviva Bennett. I wasn't shipping very much for the summer.
That's awesome.
And Mike comes over to me. We had never met before at this division meeting. He comes over, he goes, oh, so you're Aviva? I'm like, yeah. He says, I heard you know how to sell some knives. What happened? And I'm just like, excuse me? What do you mean? You don't come over to me and say, I heard you know how to sell. He says, when are you going to leave your bubble? And at first I didn't know what he was talking about, because religiously I don't shake hands with men, so I thought he was saying something about that. He's like, oh, I heard you know how to sell. When are you going to start selling again? And I'm like, what does this kid think he is? And my goal for SC1 was about 10K. Hadn't really done pushes. I never did the summer. Had a big goal for the summer, but I thought I would do it at the end. I definitely was not interested in starting strong. I was still in school. I had school until after Memorial Day. He finished at the end of April, or May even.
He woke a sleeping giant.
Yeah, well, he gets up on stage and he starts telling everyone, I'm shipping 20,000 for this push. I'm gonna put 10 grand in my pocket. And I'm like looking at him, I'm like, who is this kid? Get him out of here. Like, okay, he's doing 20. My goal's 25. So the conference was on Sunday morning. That Thursday, and I share this with my customer, I say that every demo, I say that Thursday morning, I was at $25,000 the Thursday before. Now, I don't work Fridays usually, and I don't work Saturdays, and the conference was Sunday. So I had 2 demos set up for Saturday night, and I had 1 demo set up for Sunday morning, but I was just expecting a little here, a little there. I was at 25,000. Mike was at 19. Mike was livid. He was like, really, no way, this girl's not beating me. So he went and shipped over the weekend. I call up my manager after Shabbos, Saturday night. I call up. I'm like, okay, what did Mike do? And they're like, Aviva, we've got some bad news. Mike's at 30. Now at 25. I have 3 demos to go. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, I have to up my goal. That night, I pull out another thermometer, and if you can see, it really was late in the night. I like